Hello everybody, today we have a 2017 Toyota Mirai. And so the Mirai is not so good of a way to spend $60,000. Especially for a Toyota. That's a mid-size sedan. But there is one redeeming factor, and so let's go ahead and talk about that. So the one redeeming factor is that it's, hydrogen powered. And so that's about it. That's probably the main reason why it's charged $60,000. Now, of course, it's still got all the cool features and tech. That's what you'd expect to find in a 2017 vehicle. So why is it $60,000? Other than that, it just doesn't make any sense, and this would be an awful way to spend $60,000. And I know there are going to be some people saying, well, I own a Mirai. I don't care. It's an awful way to spend $60,000 on a Toyota. And get this, if you're thinking it has all these high absurd numbers, you are far from right. It's got 151 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of 9.1 seconds. So not only is it slow, it's underpowered, it's hydrogen powered, it's a Toyota, it's a mid-size sedan, and it's $60,000. If everything I just named wasn't on here, I could accept that it was $60,000. That's fine. But the main reason why I'm so combuzzled of why it's $60,000 is just because it's a Toyota. When the Camry, the most popular mid-size sedan in America, is maybe $40,000, most expensive model is $40,000. Then they come up with this and say, okay, so it's a Toyota, it's powered by hydrogen, and wait, we're not going to charge $45,000. We're going to charge $60,000, well, 58 technically, but let's go with 60. $60,000 for a car that we know is underpowered and is, not good. And I know there are going to be people in the comments who are going to argue with me and say, well, it's good to me, Toyotas are good. Yes, Toyotas are very good cars, but that doesn't justify paying $60,000 like the Mercedes G-Wagon I reviewed earlier in the week. It didn't justify paying $123,000, and this doesn't justify paying $60,000. So why? Why would they do it? At least Mercedes had an excuse. They're Mercedes. They're a luxury car company. Now, this car doesn't get horrendously awful fuel economy. It gets actually pretty decent fuel economy. 67 both ways. So, yeah, so it's only got a few redeeming factors, but it's a Toyota. Like I said, the Mercedes G-Wagon actually had an excuse. It's a Mercedes. It's a big luxury car company. And Toyota, all they can say is that they sell over 1 million units worldwide a day. That's about it. So why on earth is the Toyota Mirai so expensive? And this is why I'm afraid it's not selling. Because most people are saying, okay, so what is hydrogen powered? So what? I don't care. So I guess that means because a car's electric powered, it has to be priced at $200,000, right? No. The Tesla Model 3 is $35,000 because Tesla learned their lesson. They are not going to try and pay $100,000+ for a car when it's not even worth it. They weren't even selling many units, mainly across the country. Yeah, California had the most, but I'm talking about across the country, there's not a whole lot of units out there. So they said, how can we do that? Oh, we'll cut down the price by more than 70%. But is Toyota going to do that? Yes. When they learn their lesson, they're going to say, okay, we want people to buy the Mirai, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to cut down the price. Maybe not by 70% or so, but enough to where people can say, oh, that's a reasonable price. Okay, yeah, I'll buy it, because really, who cares that it's powered by hydrogen? There's not enough hydrogen stations anywhere. Anyway, they're all in California. But this car was targeted at California, so I guess I can understand. Plus, 60 grand for a Californian isn't that much, considering that an average 2,200 square foot home out there would cost you $700,000+, no matter what part of California you're in. And don't let it be Hollywood, because you're paying a lot more. So I could understand paying 60 grand in California, fine. We got California out the way, but what about the many other 49 states that are comprised of the U.S.? It's not just California. So take a random state. What about Nebraska? Well, isn't 60 grand too much for them? Not to Toyota. I don't care who you are, you're paying 60 grand. No matter where you live, you're paying 60 grand. How about that? That's what goes on through Toyota's head, because they're Toyota. Now, this is a one-time event for Toyota. This has never happened before. They've never made anything like this, and so I can kind of understand why they're charging 60 grand. But that still doesn't give you the right to charge 60 grand. I mean, it doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. But we'll talk about it more on the interior. How about that? So there's the interior. It's a pretty nice interior, but if you're paying 60 grand with options up to 80, probably, for a Toyota, won't you think, why wouldn't I want, more than 150 horsepower? Just maybe, Now, of course, there are plenty of cars that have way less than this car, and it makes this car seem like a supercar. Like, the Mitsubishi Mirage. That car makes this car seem like a supercar. But for an average car, this car is just so underrated, underpowered. Well, not underrated, but underpowered. Especially for its time. If this were 1948, this would be fine. This is awesome. No, this is supercar territory. But, we are 70 years into the future here. So, 148 won't really get you much. I don't understand why Toyota decided to make people pay 60 grand, but I have a feeling that they're going to need a price cut. A drastic price cut. Yeah, the features are nice on the interior, but it's not a saving grace much for this car. I mean, maybe if you charge 40, 45 grand for this car, I'd understand. But 60, that just makes me confuzzled. Why is it 60 grand? You know what you can buy for 60 grand? A good, brand new BMW, which won't have 151 horsepower. It's probably more luxurious. No, it is more luxurious than this thing. It looks nicer than this thing. It's almost the same price as this thing. It's actually a real luxury car, and it's got more power than this thing. So, why? Put it like this. This car needs to be around a good company that has 150 horsepower. How about that? It doesn't need to be with company price-wise that has 400 plus horsepower. It needs to be more in the subcompact group with 70 horsepower, 98 horsepower. It doesn't need to be here. Because at this price point, it almost just makes me feel like not many units are going to be sold. Because at 60 grand, you can buy you can buy an Audi or something way better than this for at or below the same price. Why? Why is Toyota doing this? And yes, I am downing this car because I don't like it. This car is so bad for the money. And that's the main reason I'm making this video, because the money, the pricing of this car makes 0.000% sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why would they do this? Why would Toyota do this? And are they trying to come up with some new car fuel thing? Maybe. I don't know what they're doing, but it's not working. Especially for 60 grand. I'm going to say this a lot. The car is 60 freaking grand. Any good German luxury vehicle could cost at or below this price. So why wouldn't Toyota price it at a more modest price? Now, I'm not, you know what, I take that back. Don't price it with the subcompacts. You can put it with a good mid-size sedan, maybe $28,000. That'd be fine. It's a mid-size sedan and it's a Toyota. Yeah, hydrogen powered, that's awesome. But why on earth, on everything that I know, why would they decide to put this right here with the $60,000 range? It just doesn't, okay, it doesn't make sense. It makes 0.0% sense. It can't even register in my mind why Toyota would price it at 60 grand. You see, this isn't some cool luxury vehicle. This is a mid-sized sedan built by Toyota, the same people who built the Sienna. So why? Why? Why can't they just price it at a more modest price? 60 is fine for California. Maybe not fine, but it's acceptable for California. 60 for a state like Nevada or, Louisiana, that's expensive. It just doesn't make any sense, Toyota. And so if Toyota ever gets to watching this car, please mark down the price. Because trust me, you're not going to get many sales across the country. You just can't, because 60 grand is ridiculous. I can buy a good luxury vehicle with that. But with everything said, it's decent on the interior. That's the only good thing I'm going to say about this car. And, well, the exterior front end looks pretty, quote-unquote, decent. But with that in mind, I'm going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.